G'day guys, welcome to another week. If you're new to organic food, then you might not realise that really this time of year is pretty special. In terms of fruit supply, we've pretty much got everything. You've got all those wonderful summer stone fruits, your mangoes, your peaches, plums, all those sorts of things. You've got some new season grapes start to kick in. You've got the new season apples and pears and the like starting to kick in. So in terms of selection, it's a really big, broad variety. And well, I'm here to tell you, you know, 2 or 3 weeks' time, it'll all be over. You know, there'll be other things coming in that'll be wonderful and exciting as well. But in terms of just getting that big, broad selection, it's a very brief window. And I guess that's one of the, for me, it's the beauty of organic food. It's also quite tragic. You know, when the blueberries finish or you know, the mangoes finish and all those sorts of things. So I guess what I'm trying to say is enjoy it while it's around, because the season for some of those sorts of things is about over, but there's plenty more to come, of course. Just for something completely different, we'll do some vegetables first. I've been munching on these beans for the last 10 minutes. They're delightful. They're some of the best beans that we've had. They're grown just south of Sydney, just in from Wollongong. They're lovely and crunchy, very young and fresh and tender. Thoroughly recommended. Celery bunches are a little bit smaller than last week, but again you can see that they're nice and fresh. Again, you can get those in halves. Collie's a little bit cleaner than last week's, from the same grower. Sizes are around about this size. I've just randomly pulled one from the box. You'll find some a little bit smaller, some a little bit bigger. Go. Capsicum season starting to kick along. We've got a new variety here. This is Bullhorn. Nice for stir fries. You can get some nice elongated strips. And then your traditional brown. And one of the most nutritious vegetables you can eat is the cabbage. Not everyone's favourite, but you can eat it raw or in a stir fry or steamed or whichever which way. Now this is a Savoy. It is an absolute monster. All our Savoys that have come in this week are around about this size, so you can get halves or quarters. Now the Savoy cabbage is a little bit milder than the normal round green, so if you're not perhaps used to the flavour, it's a nice introductory cabbage if you like. Also members of that family, the brassica family, you've got your brock. Now that's quite reasonably priced, good summer crop we're right in the middle of. You've also got your bok choy, which is sometimes called Chinese cabbage. Lovely white bright buttons that again haven't been dipped in bleach, from Milford Organics in Victoria. Rare little treats. These are from Jacob's Ladder up at Gresford. We've only got a small amount of these, but your heritage variety purple bean, they're only $5.95 a kilo. I can't guarantee that you'll get them, but you could try ordering them, and if you want something just a little bit different. Corn from Cremona, again just down south of Sydney. Beautiful fresh tinder cobs. At the risk of being a little bit repetitive, look, we've got these lovely round tomatoes from Bower in Queensland, and again locally from Jacob's Ladder, the black Russian tomatoes. Season's kicking along nicely. Look, you'll get anything from that size to that size. Great for sandwiches and the like. Ukizukis, nice sizes. And we've got Lebanese cucumbers, mostly around about this size. They're on special this week as well. Roma tomatoes, again from Bower in Queensland. Roma tomatoes, as you're probably aware, a non-acid tomato, if acid's an issue with you. That's about all I've got to say about that. Lots of tremendous vegetables, but really for me this time of year, again it's fruit. There's so much more stuff to talk about. We've got the new season apples. There's some little galas. We've also got some larger pieces. They're eating beautifully. Another new season variety, Early Blaze, again coming from Victoria. They're a very delicate apple. My initial impression is that they're not actually fresh off the tree, but it's just the style. They're similar to a Lady in the Snow, that kind of apple where they're not really tight, crunchy apples. They sort of almost feel a bit floury, but they're not. They're just a really light, delicate structure. Really bright white flesh. And they're a mixture of sweet and tart. They're nice eating, but the texture is not what you would expect of a new season apple. Pleased to say that the bananas are smaller in pieces this week, and slightly more backwards than we've had the last couple of weeks as well. But you know, be mindful that in these warmer conditions they will ripen fairly quickly. You know, this batch here will be lovely eating for Wednesday. Slightly greener, we've got the ladyfingers, new season golden dells coming from Tassie. I haven't actually tried one yet. Not the sweetest golden dell I've had, but crunchy and very good for the first. And grapes are starting to come into their own. These are the Menindee seedless. You're probably familiar with these in the supermarket. They're usually about 10 times the size as those. These aren't, you know, pumped full of water and all sorts of growth enhancers to turn them into big, fat, flavourless blobs. These have actually got flavour and are a pleasure to eat. Seedless, great for the kids. Red globes, a more flavoursome grape than the Menindee seedless. They are a larger berry, that's by nature, and they do have seeds though. Sweetest grape at the present is the flame seedless. Nice small berries, and they pop and they're beautiful and they're juicy and really, really nice to eat at the moment. Still one of the highlights in the stone fruit season so far are the nectarines. Nice sized pieces and really juicy and sweet. Those of you who took the advice last week and went for the white peaches, I'm sure you weren't disappointed. They were absolutely brilliant. We haven't got them from the same grower this week. They're finished. We have them from another Demeter certified grower. They're still a couple of days away from eating, so I haven't actually tried one to give you a firm recommendation. They look good, and you know, if they come close to what we had last week, then they'll be an absolute delight. Same for the yellow peaches. Good old staple, the old kiwi fruit. Now these are actually the only imported fruit that we have. They're from across the ditch. You can see you buy your 5 and your 10 at a time, and they're really good value. They're nice sized pieces. Great for any fruit salad. Or pavlova. Now again, these little rose diamond white nectarines. Just a day or two away from eating, so I'm not going to put myself through the trauma. But the white nectarines that we had 2 weeks ago were brilliant, and these are from the same grower, so I would hope that these will be of the same quality. Well worth a try. As I alluded to last week, that the mangoes are on their way out. Look, they're eating beautifully. They're not the most pristine and pretty fruit that you'll ever get, but it's what is inside that counts, and you'll enjoy those. Avocados, we generally try and buy them by the box rather than the tray, but look, they're larger pieces than what we typically get, but that's reflected in the price. You'll pay a little bit more for them, but they'll be great. Just to let you know that we've got the Sam the Butcher bacon back in. Now, these are from free-range pigs. We're unable to source fully certified organic, and these are a natural cure. They're free of nitrates, but there's still the natural nitrites present. For those of you who took the advice with the eggs last week, perfect match, of course, unless you're vegetarian. Lots of you took up the offer on the cornucopia eggs. We hope we'll have some more of those back in this week. As I said, they're pretty hard for us to get because most of them go to Sydney. But having seen a couple of you who have ordered those eggs, the feedback was positive, so I hope you all enjoyed it. That's the whole purpose, of course, of this video, is to steer you in the right direction and make sure you're buying things that are first class and really pleasurable to eat. So I won't lead you astray, I promise. Okay, well, I'll do my very best. So look, that's it for the week. Have a lovely week, and I'll talk to you next time.